Hey, what's up guys? Chief Pad here, and today bringing you guys a brand new Clash Royale video, and today we're hopping into the next episode of our Let's Play Clash Royale series. And if you guys saw the most recent balance changes coming out on June 21st, our deck is actually going to be receiving a pretty heavy nerf in the upcoming changes. So first, the Hog Rider had its damage reduced by 6%, the Cannon also had its health or damage reduced by 8%, one or the two of those, and then the 1 Elixir Skeletons are receiving a small nerf to where they'll only spawn 3 skeletons. So even though this deck has worked pretty well for me over the last couple of weeks, it's obvious that after these changes, I might need to find something else. For some reason, they didn't touch on the Royal Giant, which of course a lot of people have been frustrated with. So we'll see if we go back to the Royal Giant deck. We'll see what we'll be doing. Maybe even our deck will still be fine even with those nerfs. But let's go ahead and get into our first battle of the day against Sander Master, and I'm gonna go ahead and drop a poison spell in the very back. Now, something with this iPad, I cracked this iPad recently to where there's this huge crack down the middle, and it makes it so it's really hard for me to drag cards out and put them back in. So during this episode, I might have a couple of card fails, which would be really disastrous if it ended up losing me a battle. But still, so far so good. He's gonna get a couple of shots off with the Hog Rider right here, but still everything's looking okay. And keep in mind, we have a massive elixir advantage on the bottom right, seeing as we've been pumping up elixir during the entire first half of this battle. Now, some poor archers from him means we can play another elixir pump on the bottom left. Our musketeer is even gonna get another shut off on that top right hand tower. And at this point, let's play another poison spell. Gonna go ahead and poison both the tower as well as the goblin hut. It should kill the spear goblins that come out as well. And let's go ahead and set up for another big push going down the right hand lane. Now, things are a little messed up right now. I wish I had my musketeer in my hand, but I think it should still be okay. I did just play that poison spell as well, but things actually are fine as far as our card rotation goes. At this point, I'm really wishing I had a poison spell because I could poison that wizard, I could poison that hut, I could poison a lot of things, but instead I ended up cycling through all of my cards to finally be able to poison everything that he was dropping. But the Hog Rider, as you can see, is going to turn into bacon in like half a second due to those level 9 barbarians chunking him down. Now he goes for a counter push with the Hog Rider. I'll just play my cannon, should be able to stop that fairly easily. Looks like my musketeer is going to take a lot of damage and end up dying, and I dropped this other musketeer thinking that she wouldn't take any damage, but look at that wizard. The wizard actually chunked my musketeer by 50%, which definitely isn't what I was looking for, but still, let's go for another push towards the tower, and we're going to take it all the way down to about 200 HP. Now, the poison is, of course, still ticking, so that's going to be able to help out. We've got the Valkyrie helping. We're going to drop a musketeer on this Hog Rider as well. We can take a couple of shots on this tower. It's really not too big of a deal. In fact, I'll drop my 1 Elixir Skeletons to distract right there, showing exactly why they did need that nerf. And another Goblin Hut going down means I'll play my poison spell onto the tower, and that should be enough to wrap up the game if we even need our arrows. So good game against Sander Master. He is a level 8, and that's going to crank us back up as far as our trophy count goes. A pretty flawless victory. We just ended up getting an elixir lead and just making it roll out of control. So 23 trophies for that battle, as well as a silver chest, and still having a lot of fun with this deck before those inevitable nerfs come in. Now, we're only 2 crowns away from the crown chest, so let's try to get that done today. Going off against House next. Looks like he's going to be another level 8. I honestly don't really mind about playing level 8s too much anymore. I'm really worried about the level 9s who what I seem to face far too often. But let's play a musketeer in the very back, get ready for the rest of the game, and see what he ends up playing. Now, since he played his elixir pump, I'm going to match him immediately. I never want to be at an elixir disadvantage against someone who's a higher level. Looks like he's got a Hog Rider, so I'll play my Valkyrie, as well as I was thinking about dropping my skeletons. I should have dropped those way earlier onto that Hog Rider. I took way too much damage right there. So now I'm sort of forced to go on a counter attack with my Hog Rider, my Valkyries, and really not what I wanted from the beginning of this battle. Just a total misplay on the left-hand side, not dropping those skeletons earlier. He had the perfect counter with the mini P.E.K.K.A, which of course obliterated my troops, as well as having that zap was really crucial for him as well. The mini P.E.K.K.A almost gets a hit off onto the tower, but instead his fireball takes out my musketeer instead. So at this point, we're definitely losing, but keep in mind we do have an elixir advantage, and this Hog Rider is sort of just running crazy by itself. Now, I'm praying for elixir right now so I can drop my Valkyrie. Of course, as soon as it drops, it should be able to take out the goblins right there. Praying for some more elixir as he drops his WoW. Let's do a Hog Rider in the very back, followed up by some skeletons, and he did have a zap, but he ended up playing it, which really isn't going to do too much for him. And now we've got the Hog Rider going crazy on the left hand tower, and this should be able to help out a lot. Now, I thought I would get a little bit more damage. Doesn't look like it actually went down. Another Hog Rider, which means we're cycling to our cannon, and the cannon was way too late in the very center, and so far we're making a lot of mistakes in this battle. Those level 9 goblins, keep in mind they take 3 shots from my tower to kill them, and his Hog Rider even gets another hit off on my elixir pump. So far this one's been a little bit of a terrible battle, and we're gonna have to get things straight. Alright, so poison spell onto the spear goblins as well as the tower. The Hog Rider is gonna end up getting a single shot before he drops his zap spell. And going into overtime, we do have our collector. He drops a sad face. I guess he doesn't have anything to kill our Valkyrie. And look at that little Larry go crazy in the back. So now that the tower's at 210 HP, we can just poison it down, we can drop arrows as well, and we should be fine going into the rest of this. Now, as soon as he drops those spear goblins, notice how the Valkyrie spun around and destroyed them. That's really good for us. We can go on the offensive on the right-hand side. We got the Hog Rider, we've got the Valkyrie, we've got the Musketeer as well. Arrows are going to kill that tower. I wanted to make sure I killed that as soon as possible because the poison spell would not have done enough damage. At this point, I'm going to drop another elixir pump preparing for overtime. A Valkyrie to swing and kill every single one of those goblins, and he's starting to feel some pressure. He's a higher level guy. He had a crown on me in the very beginning. I'm going to drop a preemptive poison spell right there. He's got the mini P.E.K.K.A going down. The Hog Rider is going to target the tower and get zapped, and he's really just playing on the edge of his toes right now. I'm sort of just chilling back on defense. I've got my Valkyrie, I've got my Musketeer. I'm really just going all out. I actually think I could have wasted that cannon right there. Maybe I could have just let my Valkyrie take care of those goblins, but again, we're going on another offensive push with 45 seconds left in the battle, just really trying to get as much damage as we can against the tower, but we're only getting one Hog Rider hit at the time. We're not going to win if we only get one Hog hit every single time. He's got another Hog Rider running towards our tower. He's actually taking us fairly low right now, but still, that mini P.E.K.K.A is actually going to die before it does anything good, and this is our time to strike. Let's drop our Hog Rider. He drops an elixir pump. He's completely desperate as we have our troops running towards him. The Musketeers at full HP. The arrows are flying, just trying to get as much damage as possible off onto the tower before the Musketeer cleans it up and gives us a 2-crown-to-1 victory. Well played and a good game, well deserved from both sides. He played pretty well in that battle, giving us 36 trophies for that victory. Unfortunately, no chest since we are full, but that's going to be enough for our crown chest, and let's go ahead and check out what we got. Alright, so we've got some gold, obviously, some gems. Looks like we got 3. 1 mortar. Is that just a slap in the face supercell? 2 wizards, 4 giants, and 51 knights. Alright, well, maybe not the nicest crown chest, but I'll take whatever I can get. Let's get into one more battle for the day against another level 9, and this one is inevitably going to be a little bit tough. So starting off, only card I can play in the beginning is going to be my Valkyrie. Let's go ahead and start that off in the very back. Looks like we don't have a great card to play after it. I guess I can play my skeletons and cycle back around, but this is not looking the best for me. I would have much rather had the elixir pump start, but instead I'm going to use the hog push to push my Valkyrie down the lane. He's going to play a cannon. He's going to play a zap, a really good defense by him right there. Our Hog Rider will get a single shot off, actually maybe even 2 shots off, which ends up negating that elixir collector, but he's going to go for his own push down this side of the map, and let me go ahead and drop my Valkyrie to kill everything right there. So the mini P.E.K.K.A is going to die, the Hog Rider is going to end up getting a couple of hits off on the tower, but still, things could have gone a lot worse after not getting a very good starting hand in this battle, so I will definitely take only a couple hundred damage on that right-hand side, and at this point, we're going to match him with that elixir pump and get things done. Alright, so pump to pump, we got 2 minutes left in the battle. Getting ready for what we're going to play next. Obviously, the Musketeer, if nothing else is played, we're going to want to play that first. Notice where I'm placing the Musketeer. I'm making sure that he can't fireball both the elixir pump as well as my Musketeer, as well as my tower. And looks like he's going to charge my Musketeer and end up killing it, which was a little bit unlucky. But he spent a lot of elixir on that push. I think he spent 4 elixir for the mini P.E.K.K.A, 2 for the goblins, 2 for the zap, whereas I just played that Musketeer right there. So let's play a goblin on defense for the Hog Rider, a Valkyrie on the spear goblins, and again, he's going to get a little bit of a chunk on our side of the map, but still, I still think we're fine with a full health Valkyrie right there, and we're going to be able to get some good damage off on that tower. All right, so another elixir pump from him means our Valkyrie's gonna just keep chunking away down to 1494. Of course, we do have the elixir advantage right now. You can see my musketeers being prepped. Let's play some skeletons to distract the mini P.E.K.K.A, but let's play the musketeer as well. Let's see if we can kill it. I played a cannon to see if it could help out, and it actually does end up saving that tower from taking a single hit from that musketeer. So creative placement right there. Another poison spell is gonna go down. You can see how glitchy it was when I dropped it due to my iPad screen being cracked, which is just really annoying when you're playing Clash Royale. Another elixir pump in the back, as well as a Valkyrie cleaning up all these minis with the skeleton. I was hoping the skeletons would get targeted by the mini P.E.K.K.A instead of the Valkyrie, but still not really too big of a deal. And at this point, let's go for a Hog Rider poison push. We're gonna poison down that elixir collector. I was getting a little bit greedy, but still the Hog Rider is gonna be able to take out that pump and end up being a pretty decent trade right there. The Valkyrie's gonna do work. We've got the musketeer doing work, some skeletons in the front. He fireballs his own tower. I'm of course gonna hit him with that well played. You guys always gotta hit him with the well played and have some fun when you're playing. Poison spell is gonna go down on the goblins. Hog Rider has locked onto the tower, and that one fireball is gonna end up ruining the game and giving me that 1 crown to 0 victory. So good game against a level 9. He just had a little bit of butterfingers right there. And yeah, 3 straight wins for us. That's 29 trophies in the bank, as well as 15 more gold to go to our ridiculously priced upgrades. So that's gonna do it for the battles today, guys. We're at 2,251 trophies. That is a new personal record on my account. Very nicely done. Glad to be up there as a low level 7. Hopefully we can get a level 2 poison spell sometime soon. I'm sick of running into level 3 epics as I climb the ranks, but that's gonna do it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.